Yo, I respectfully disagree podcast. Friday, 11 a.m. Fresh off work. Y'all know I was gonna have to dive into Bronny James being drafted last night, and I'll touch on my opinion in terms of how historic that moment was and will be when they hit the court together for the first time. But I want to talk about the reaction because the internet is jumping, and it's been jumping for the last, I don't want to say 24 hours, because it was what, yesterday afternoon, well, between 5 and 6 maybe, when he got picked 55th, second round, to the Los Angeles Lakers. But ever since then, it's like constant posts being made. I was on TikTok last night. Several people doing reaction videos and things like that. But what has stood out the most to me is people flying all around my head. Excuse me. People using the term nepotism. And it's crazy to me because we literally live in America. Nothing but capitalism and nepotism across the board. But now, because it's someone that you are not a fan of, it's a problem. And that's kind of what I want to address overall, because I find it funny how, especially the African American community, I may lose some people with that, but it's crazy to me how it's like we're always talking about unity, coming together, supporting one another. But then in this case, everybody's upset that this man may have pulled some strings to get his son's name called yesterday. And it's mind blowing that people are literally concerned about the second round of 55th pick. Like, really? Is this what we doing? Y'all are upset that this kid was like literally at the bottom of the draft. If I asked you right now to name 10 people that was drafted Wednesday in the first round, I'm willing to bet my check that nobody could tell me. If I asked you to name 5 people that were that was drafted last year outside of Wemby and Lively, because we heard his name in the NBA Finals, I bet you nobody could do it. But now all of a sudden everybody is emotionally invested in the NBA draft. I saw a TikTok video where it was like a Laker fan that was like, I'm done rooting for the Lakers. We just wasted a draft pick. They're not trying to win a championship. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, a 55th pick is wasting a pick. Who the hell was you going to select at 55 that was going to come in and do anything for the organization? Like, I've yet to see who the Lakers should have picked 55th. So it's like, shut up with all that bull, because it ain't got nothing to do with the Lakers and who they picked. It's LeBron, bro. Just say it. I would rather people just say it instead of trying to disguise it as, oh man, I'm concerned about winning and we're trying to win championship, bro. Really, a second round 55th pick was the game changer. That was the nail in the coffin for a lot of the diehard fans, and I know a few of them. Shout out to E. I'm pretty sure he may look at this or peek in, but I just don't get it, and I honestly I need someone to break that down for me because the last time I checked, for any person that has reproduced and brought a child into this world, is not the goal to provide and try your best to give your kids a better life than you had. Like, when did that stop being the goal? So, we talking about a kid that was drafted straight out of high school, single parent home, um, built his own empire, brought his friends along with him, put his friends in position for them to succeed. So now Clutch Sports has a lot of uh, athletes and things under its umbrella. So they're putting food on people's tables, blessing families, helping families get to where they're trying to get to in life. And y'all really mad about that? Who wouldn't tell their child, I can help get you to the table, but it's your job to figure out how to stay there, how to get a plate, and how to eat. I can help get you in the room, but you got to do the rest. What parent would oppose to that? You really want me to believe? And shout out to the Gilbert Arenas podcast because I watch it every day, bro. And Rashard McCants, I see Jimmy on the live on the Instagram. I ain't gonna throw too much Tar Heel slander out there, but it's like they asked Rashard McCants, if you had the opportunity to get your son into the league, would you not do it? And bruh literally had the audacity to say no. I want him to work hard to earn it. And I just had to scratch my head for a moment. Fuck McCants. All right, my bad, Jimmy. I ain't know you felt that way. I ain't want to disrespect North Carolina like that, bro. But I'm like, anybody that consider and say that they would not try to put their kid in a position to succeed, you're a damn lie. So he's sitting here like literally trying to justify his stance of he wouldn't help his child get into the league. He would want his kid to earn. Who has ever suggested that Bronny cut corners? Bron and Bronny playing together before GTA 6 is crazy. But like real talk, bro. It's like we watched it when they said he didn't deserve to be a McDonald's All-American. He held his own in the McDonald's All-American game. We watched it when they said he didn't deserve to go D1 and go to USC and all of that. The kid had a freaking heart attack or whatever happened, cardiac arrest. People are constantly throwing up his numbers in college. And I firmly agree with a lot of the athletes that said college ain't for everybody. So it's like, if you look at different skill sets and things like that, there's a lot of players that didn't do well in college but blossomed in the NBA, or vice versa. There's a lot of players that were dominant in college and didn't have a stellar NBA career. Not picking on North Carolina, but it's like Tyler Hansborough. He could legit be in the conversation of top 5 college athletes of all time. One could make the argument. His NBA career, I don't know. Jimmer Fredette, one of the coldest shooters. What's the other buddy name? Morrison. I think it was with Adam Morrison. Like you talking about college kids that was I'm talking about lethal and got to the league and didn't do anything. So it's like when I hear people talk about this stuff, bro, it's like, come on, man. Look, speak of the devil. E just popped up on the live, man. What's going on, bro? I was just talking about you. Um, so for people to sit here and try to dissect and oh, he ain't gonna be good and he's not ready for the league, he's not this and that, and it's like, bro, how can we make that argument when they're like we don't know who's gonna pan out? But if he wins his son a chip, that would be retirement immediately. Hey, bro, if him and Bronny get a chip, man, get the statue ready. Hansborough was trash in the NBA. Morrison was supposed to be the next Larry Bird. Jimmer only could shoot. He chewing overseas. And that's what I'm saying, bro. You absolutely correct. I'm like, you cannot go by how a player looked in college. And I'll give you one better. Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to go off on no tangent about Caitlin Clark, but I'm saying that in college, she was dominant in terms of creating her own shot, pulling up from deep. Like, it looked spectacular. Where now, so far, 20 games into the season, she's holding her own, but she legit looks like all she can do is shoot threes now. Her only looks are wide open threes or her coming across half court, forcing a lot of threes. That game last night, man, they like literally, old girl caught cramps trying to guard her, and they disrupted her. And it's like you can tell that that's something that she's going to have to work on as her career progresses. Otherwise, it might come up short. But that's what I'm saying. Like, just because you're dominant in college doesn't mean that you're going to be a great NBA player. And on the flip side, I don't care if the kid averaged 4 points. I'm looking at him as an individual. If you look at his physique, hell, to me, from the time he left USC, shit, he done put on about 10 pounds of muscle, bro. That kid is solid. And he's jumping out the gym like that at 6'1". I was talking to E yesterday, and I'm like, bro, like, we give Derrick Rose all of this credit for his jumping ability and how athletic he was. And don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing Bronny to Derrick Rose by any measurement. But I'm saying that you're talking about a 6-foot kid, 6'1", with a 40-inch vertical. That's pretty damn athletic. And you add in the shooting. Now, granted, whether it was on the high school level or college, he hasn't shown that desire to take over a game or give me the ball and go. That was always my knock to begin with, because I've discussed Bronny before. We tried to critique his game. But it's like if you look at it and look at his body from Sierra Canyon to USC to now, you crazy as hell if you don't think that kid has an NBA frame. Now, whether or not he feels comfortable out there and loosens up to start guarding some of your better players in the league and things like that, that might be where people are correct in terms of he may not be ready. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers try to use him, because I'm sure they're not going to send him down to no G League, bro. Like, what better way to learn, adapt, and grow than to be out there on the road and you got the best mentor, which is the person who created you. So, nepotism, like, really? Is this where we going? Who in their right mind would not do anything in their power to help their kid get a shot at anything in life? And it's funny to me because all these diehard Lakers are crying and complaining, but it's like literally like, bro, your whole organization is built off nepotism. Like, somebody correct me where I'm wrong, bro. Like, the whole entire organization, bro, is built on the back of nepotism. So you miss me with that. And like I said, I really don't want to make it a black-white thing, But it really pees me off when I sit down on the internet and things like that and I see a whole bunch of black people going off. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, is this not what we need to thrive and excel in a country where we're constantly talking about racism, prejudice, and things like that? It's like, bro, like, what better way than what's going on to be the best example for our community in terms of fresh out of high school? Again, I don't want to repeat myself. Fresh out of high school, $100 million Nike deal, $100 million from the Cavs. You put all your people in position. Now all these different people have their own branches now. Come on, bro. This man built a school. Then put a project together to where now you housing and feeding families that's less fortunate and things like that. Like, again, if you're not a fan of him as a basketball player, cool beans. But in terms of being a leader, uh, being a role model, come on, bro. That's just it's fueled by pure hatred, and you're never gonna change my mind. Because what better example could you possibly point to? Because it damn sure ain't Michael Jordan. I don't give a damn how many sneakers he sell and none of that, bro. Like, you trying to tell me that Mike didn't have enough pull to get his son in there? Sticking with Mike's son, it's like, bro, like Mike put him in charge of trophy room. I'm not here to say whether or not he's qualified to manage and run a business and things like that, but we already know what's going on in terms of them rumored to be backdooring and doing this and that. It don't sound like a great businessman to me. It sounds like somebody who capitalizes off the opportunity. He's riding the wave of his daddy name and he's profiting off of it. We all know, because I'm a shoe person. Uh, Jordans are a hot commodity, especially if they're limited. So he's backdooring sneakers and doing all these different things. He's capitalizing off his daddy's name. Well, you fast forward, okay, LeBron may have got Bronny in the room, but guess what? Bronny's name is on them endorsement deals from Nike. Bronny's name is on that Laker contract. He's building something for his own self and his own name. So if that man, I ain't gonna call him a kid, he's a man. If he ever gets married and have his own family and things like that, guess what? He ain't gotta go borrow money from daddy. He got his own money. He got his own money. How the fuck can you be mad at that? Tell me. Somebody, please. How can you be mad at that, bro? That's why I said it's backwards. And it disgusts me when I hear and see some of the remarks and the comments and shit coming from certain people. And it's like, no disrespect. I watch people all the time on social media trying to turn their kids into super soldiers, thinking that it's easy to just breed and develop an NBA athlete. Like, you trying to tell me that with all the work that you pushing behind your kids and trainers and one-on-ones and things like that, if the opportunity presented itself and you had the chance to make a couple of phone calls to get your kid through the door, you're not going to do it? Huh? I disagree. Anybody that says they wouldn't, I respectfully disagree, because you're a damn lie. I see it every day. And like I said, I ain't in the business of throwing people under the rug and making little shady remarks and things like that. But it's like, come on, bro. A lot of y'all, I know. I know on a personal level, bro. I see it every day. I see how you working with your kids. I see how you training your sons and your daughters and this and that, and the work and the money and all the resources that go into that. I hear the conversations. So what is the difference? What's the difference between you doing that, trying to get your kid noticed, and LeBron James trying to make sure his kid get a shot? To me, in my eyes, there is no difference, bro. And that's what makes it comical. Because it's like literally, I see people moan and gripe and complain about their kid not getting playing time and their kid is the best on the team and this and that, and this. The proof is in the pudding. If your kid was the best, your kid would be on the court. If Bronny was a scrub, he wouldn't be on the court. And the most obvious thing to me is it's like, you really want me to believe that the Lakers organization hasn't been watching this kid for the last 2 or 3 years? There's been videos and things of Bronny in there working out with his daddy, him and Bryce in the Lakers facility. Trying to tell me Pelinka and them ain't walked through and see what they got going on. So who would know better than the Lakers whether or not this kid is able to come in and be ready to play? Like, for me personally, I don't give a damn if he don't ever score a point. That's history, bro. It's never happened before. So how can you be mad at that? And for the people that's like, he took an opportunity away from somebody that was more deserving. Who? Who was still waiting after 54 picks yesterday? Who was still sitting around waiting and didn't get their name called that deserved a shot? And that's why I feel like, brother, the internet done ruined a whole lot of things, because now, man, we got people out here that's just living off of highlight clips and dunk packages and things like that. And who's to say that they are NBA ready? People have been brainwashed, bro. Shout out to my guy Mario, man. We was just talking about that the other day. Like I said, I ain't gonna mention players and things like that because it's disrespectful to the parents. But me and him was having a conversation. He's a AAU coach out there in Arizona, and he was at a big tournament, and a particular kid that's an internet sensation or becoming an internet sensation had a game, didn't start, didn't get any clock, got in towards the end of the game, and had one special play, and the internet took it and blew it up. But it's like, everybody on the internet is, oh, he's the next up, he's the this, he's the that, and it's like, come on, bro. You got to be able to filter through the weeds and understand and engage talent. And that's why, in my opinion, in this particular draft, this was the perfect opportunity for him to come out. For a lot of the reasons that people are saying, it's like, had this been a deep draft, he probably wouldn't have got his name called. And considering the fact of his performance and things at the combine, and he still went 55th, what are we complaining about? Who really cares about a 55th pick, bro? That's why I know it's all fueled by hatred. And when I listen to Paul Pierce and them on TV and stuff this morning, it's like, these are the talking heads for national television. So then when you get on your social media and TikTok and things like that, you hear a lot of people regurgitate a lot of these talking points, when in reality, either they're paid to spew that type of nonsense, or they deeply are hating as well. Because I'm like, come on, bro. When I hear Rashard McCants talk about he wouldn't help his son, I'm like, come on, bro, that's crazy. D Wade had part ownership in the Utah Jazz, and he helped Zaire get on with the G League. Like I said, I'm gonna help you get in the door, but once you get in there, dog, it's on you. So if you don't make a lasting impression, first impression, then the rest is up to you. You got to figure out the word on your own. But I can get you in the room. I will never be mad at that, bro. Ever. ever. And we talking about a country where a lot of these people have ownership in things and they're training their kids to take over once they step down. Shout out to Tyler on the Instagram Live. People are complaining about Bronny's stats and how he got drafted, but AJ Johnson was a first round pick averaging 2.9 points. Crickets. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's why I try to refrain from talking about it because it's going to come off as, oh, you just saying that because you a LeBron fan. But it's like at some point, bro, we got to call a spade, dog. And it's like, you literally see it every day, man. Like, if I worked my ass off to build a brand or to build a company, then is it not my duty, if I happen to bring children into this world, to bring them up, teach them the ropes, show them how to run this company, show them a lot of the decisions and things that go into keeping this running, so that when it's my time to retire or something tragically happens to me, then guess what? I just left my legacy to my kids. We see it every day, bro. We see it every day. I give you one better. And again, I'm not comparing the two because I feel like Deion Sanders' sons are extremely talented. Their play speaks for itself. But Deion Sanders gets a job and he's like, bro, I'm bringing my kids with me. That's what he's supposed to do, bro. That's what he's supposed to do. I put the work in to build my own brand, to build my own name. And now that I have kids, we had the reality TV shows and things like that, put them on the HBCU map. Now that I got a bigger opportunity, I'm bringing them with me so that now they have a bigger opportunity. Who's going to be mad at that? That's why I told y'all from the jump, I support Deion Sanders because of everything that he's doing. Not everybody has that opportunity, but if you do, bro, you'll be stupid not to take advantage of it. So the fact that people are online on social media doing all these videos about why somebody's not deserving of something. If you got that much knowledge and expertise on what it takes to be an NBA player, then why the fuck ain't you in the league? Don't worry, I'll wait. As much as I love basketball, watch it, consume it, bro, I'm not finna sit here and elevate my son when I know he ain't positioned to even be in them conversations. He don't have the drive. He don't have the passion. But once I see that and I'm like, okay, he really wants to hoop, then I'm going to try to give him everything that I could possibly give him to succeed. So if I'm in a position to where, bro, I'm 22 years in, I'm still performing at a high level, and my kids have been with me the whole way. They watch him work out. They watch him perform. They at the games. And if his sons truly have the desire and the passion to excel in the game of basketball, he would be foolish not to give them the tools and the resources to succeed. He still got to put the work in. He still got to do the workouts. He still got to shoot the ball. So if you saw any of them workouts, combine footage, and you walked away with that talking about he's not talented, you're a fucking hater, bro. You're a hater. You're a hater. So I'm saying that it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And like I said, it's mind blowing to me. And after this, I'm gonna jump off here. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there in terms of nepotism. It's just crazy, bro. It's like I literally log in and see y'all trying to turn your kid into a fucking super soldier, bro. You trying to elevate and push your kid and this and that and this. What is the difference? It's unfortunate in a sense to where, guess what? LeBron has brushed shoulders with a lot of the top people that will keep his kids in the spotlight. If you want to use that as a talking point, I give you that. Because of his name, the cameras and the spotlights are going to constantly follow him. So there's a lot of kids that may be putting in more work, may be more talented, that don't have that opportunity. That's not LeBron's fault. That's just that's just life. There's a lot of people out here that are extremely talented and for whatever reason didn't get the opportunities or didn't network with the right people and it fell short. But to say that somebody else is less deserving because of that, that's wild, bro. That's a wild take. And that's why to me overall it's like, bro, like that's why I'm real reserved when it comes to dealing with people and calling people a friend because I feel like a lot of people have hidden agendas and things like that. So once I feel like it's not genuine, then I'm gonna fall back. Because when I say support the homies, I truly mean that, bro. I'm gonna try to help anybody that I can, and I ain't really expecting nothing in return. So it's like if I've plugged your podcast, plugged your products, plugged anything, I genuinely want you to succeed. So to sit back and watch people sit here and wish bad on people and talk about how somebody's less deserving, bro, like nah, man, that's a turn off to me, bro. And like I said, it's just the people that it's coming from should even have a better understanding of how hard you had to work to get to the point to where you can even force people to make those decisions. So no, you ain't gonna never hear me hating on Bron. Uh, he put Maverick Carter and Rich Paul and all of them in positions to where they can go in and sit down and have these conversations. So if Rich Paul was on the phone yesterday telling folks don't draft him, because if you do, we going overseas. So damn what? Who cares? He got the power to dictate where he wants to go. I watched Eli Manning them do that. He was drafted by who? The Chargers. Flat out said he ain't going. He ain't playing. That's how he ended up with the Giants, bro. And it's like, you see it all the time. Even old buddy that went number 2 this year in this draft, he didn't even go work out for Atlanta. What's the difference? If I don't want to go to work somewhere, bro, you can't make me. So who gives a shit if they force their hand and it's like, you know what, we gonna position this so he falls right into the Lakers' lap or whatever. Who cares? Who cares? But anywho, on the flip side, on a positive note, I'm definitely grabbing a jersey so I can put it up. Man, that's monumental, man. This is something that we ain't never experienced. I'm not a big baseball fan, so I don't recall what that was like when Ken Griffey first came on the scene. It's like, I want to say, bro, I think I was early elementary school. They're going to say the same thing about Deion. So that's why I mentioned him earlier, bro. I know you just got on the live not too long ago, but I mentioned Deion's sons. I'm like, bro, I'm never going to be mad at that. Deion did what he was supposed to do, man. He positioned himself to where he can negotiate, put himself in the room with certain people, and if you want me, my son's is coming with me. So now they all have their own endorsement deals. They are their own brand. What would be the icing on the cake to me, in my opinion, is if Nike gives Bronny his own shoe. I'm pretty sure some way, somehow, it's going to be tied into the umbrella of LeBron possibly, and that's how you'll, market that to the people. And if something happens to LeBron or when, excuse me, sinus is acting up. If something happens to LeBron or he retires and things like that, then guess what? This LeBron line, this James legacy continues now through my kids. So now you done built a whole empire, bro. A whole empire. But anyways, back to what I was saying. On a positive note, it's like I believe I was in elementary school when the whole Ken Griffey thing, because I remember Ken Griffey's home run on Super Nintendo and things like that. But I don't remember the reaction and how historic that was when him and his pops played. So now you move that to a basketball sense, and it's like, bro, that's insane. Bronny ain't the first son of a former NBA player to be in the league. So for people to be like, oh, he only got there because of his dad, then what did the other players do? The Lakers picked up Sharif. He just didn't make the cut. But they gave him an opportunity, bro. Like, you can't be mad at people trying to help others and give them opportunities and things like that. But it's like the NBA has always had sons of former players. But we talking about a player playing with his son at the same time, and LeBron ain't at the he's at the end of his career, but in terms of performance, he's not on his last leg. So the fact that depending on how this team is put together in the next few weeks, we talking about possibly having the opportunity to win a championship with your son. That's freaking crazy, dude. Like, to me, that would almost trump winning the finals in Cleveland, in my opinion. If LeBron is able to win a championship and his son is right there alongside of him and his son gets a ring with him, now we talking about one of the greatest sports stories ever. I feel Brian might have a change of heart and wait to possibly play with Bryce. And that would be even better, bro. You done put two kids in the league while you're still playing, both of which were born after you got drafted. That's insane. And I think a lot of people really don't understand the dynamics, bro. It's like LeBron has been in the league half his life, literally. More than half his life, literally. That's crazy. That's crazy. So to know that, you know what I'm saying, I got married, my wife and I had two sons, and I've been hooping long enough for my sons to hoop with me. Man, come on, bro. I don't care about no 6-0, but this ain't about no GOAT debate or nothing like that. It's just, again, the simple fact that people insert their true feelings into a situation that, in my opinion, should be celebrated. Whether or not you like him as a basketball player, I'm not here to change your mind. Skip's head is spinning. 2 bronze now. It's crazy, bro. They talked about Bronny for the first hour. For the first hour this morning. I'm like, I get it. He's associated and attached to LeBron James. So, of course, it's going to make headlines and things like that. But if this draft had any stellar kids, then why ain't they being discussed? If Bronny took somebody's spot, why isn't this person being discussed? Whose spot did he take? That's why I feel like the whole conversation is biased, bro. I don't know too many people that's sitting around watching the second round of the NBA draft, even if it didn't go to the 2-day format. Once you get through the lottery, bro, you might kind of peek at it here or there, or if a couple of kids from your favorite college school is still on the board, you might stick around to watch just to see where they go. But ain't nobody watching the second round of the NBA draft. So the fact that people were still sitting on their couch yesterday with the phone out to record the Lakers making that pick and talk about how they ain't rocking with the Lakers no more, bro, you doing all that for attention and you look lame, in my opinion. I'm sorry. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. But like I said, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to see how this is gonna roll out. Um, shouldn't expect much. Anything that he's able to produce, bro, that's just icing on the cake for right now. I'm pretty sure everybody's eyes is gonna be glued to summer league, just so they can be like, see there, he's trash, he's this. I can't wait to see the conversations, bro. So think about this, and I'm out of here. A second round, 55th pick is gonna go into summer league with the expectations that he's supposed to help carry the Lakers to what? I don't know. But if he goes out there and don't score a point, see, I told you. On a serious note, how much playing time do you see Bronny have this year? My honest evaluation, I don't expect much. It's all gonna depend on his development between now and October. Um, if he gets out there and shows that he's able to physically compete and defend and get up and down, then he may get some clock. But it's like I don't think it would be a good look if he jumps in and gets more minutes than your boy what's his name? Damn, I'm going blank. Christie. I feel like Christie, you know what I'm saying? He's earned his stripes out there, and I would hate to see his minutes get, you know, pushed to the side just because of Bronny. But it's all gonna depend on how well he adjusts to the physicality of the game. Because in terms of athleticism and attributes, I feel like he can contribute. Um, there's no way in hell that you got a kid that can jump, got a 40-inch vert, can catch and shoot, and you bury him on the bench. I'm hoping that they go and get Valanciunas, and then they move AD to the 4, which is where he really wanted to play anyway. So if they can get Val at the 5, AD back to the 4, um, Bron at the 3, depends on what they're gonna do with D'Lo. I'm pretty sure D'Lo's out the door. Um, Reeves. It's gonna be interesting, man. But to answer your question, I don't just to see if he's ready, test the waters, maybe 10 good minutes, just to let him get a feel and just go from there, and evaluate him from there. Because hell, there's been a lot of first round picks that get demoted to the G League and things like that because of the physicality. They're not ready. Several kids from UK. I'm a Kentucky fan, and I've watched them get drafted in the first round, and I haven't seen them since. To me, it shows that they wasn't ready, in my opinion, from a physical standpoint. It ain't that they don't have the ability to score and stuff like that. It's just the NBA is a different level. So if you look at Bronny's physique and his build, I didn't see too many kids that got drafted that have the the mass. If you look at Dillingham 6'1", 6'2" on a good day, and he weighed in at like under 170 pounds. Bronny 6'1", 210, 215. That 20 to 30 pounds, bro, in my opinion, makes a big ass difference. Bronny is already cut. If you look at his arms and stuff, bro, he like that's what I'm saying. It's like his daddy been training him since the beginning, bro. Like, how you gonna say he ain't ready? It don't even make sense, man. How is that possible? You got arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and you're trying to tell me that his kids don't have access to the same resources, the same trainers, the same weight rooms, the same everything? Like, bruh, he been telling his kids what they need to do. That's what I'm saying. Now, people just sound crazy to me. But anyways, can't wait to see Summer League in the next couple of weeks to see how all of it pans out. I'm rooting for the kid. It ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. It's just more the fact that, like, the kid ain't never said nothing. He's been in the shadows this whole entire time, and people are just rooting for this kid to fail simply because they don't like his pops. And to me, that's some hating ass shit. But anyways, I'm off here, bro. Everybody enjoy their weekend. Last time I checked, we was at 675 on YouTube. Need 25 more subscribers to get to 700. So if y'all are listening or watching, man, do me a favor. Go hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And as you all see, got the IRD t-shirt. Oh, sorry for those on the Instagram. Trying to show it for the Facebook Live as well. IRD t-shirts, man. If you're looking for one, dog, inbox me. We'll get that out to you. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we out.
Ass toasted, no competition. Amnesia coasting. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's intertwined. Amnesia coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. Amnesia coasting. Goody, fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.